Camille Vasquez seems to be making all the buzz following her impressive performance in the trial. She might even become Johnny's lead attorney from here on in his upcoming trials. Johnny Depp sued his ex-wife Amber Heard for defaming him in a 2018 Washington Post op-ed, in which Heard claimed the actor was abusive to her, an allegation Depp claims ruined his career. With a week remaining in the closely watched case, another star has emerged in Camille Vasquez, the Depp legal team's ace in the hole. The hashtag Camille Vasquez has generated more than 980 million TikTok impressions. One video of her lightning-fast objections to Heard's lead attorney, Elaine Bredehoft, received nearly 30 million views.
Objection calls for speculation.
Do you know?
I do know. Your Honor
spoke about.
Your Honor calls for speculation.
The objection.
According to research by higher education website Iradura, the 2-minute TikTok video of her courtroom interruptions, captioned, "Where did this woman get her degree?" coincided with a 1,820% increase in Google searches for Southwestern Law School, Vasquez's alma mater. Searches for USC, Vasquez's undergrad college, have increased by 127%. Another TikTok compares Vasquez to Rachel Zane, Meghan Markle's character on Suits. Vasquez's dramatic white suit for some of Heard's testimony was probably the most talked about since Hillary Clinton accepted the Democratic Party's nomination for president. On Wednesday, Vasquez was already inspiring memes shortly after Disney Plus released the trailer for the Marvel TV series She-Hulk, about a lady lawyer who shares Bruce Banner's jaded temperament. Depp fans ambushed Vasquez outside the Fairfax County Courthouse for hugs and selfies. Vasquez was born in San Francisco to parents from Cuba and Colombia. She's currently an associate at Brown Rudnick, where she was named last year's One to Watch by Best Lawyer magazine. She had previously assisted Depp in cases involving his ex-lawyer Jake Bloom and ex-business manager Joel Mandel. Vasquez announced herself to the cameras by wearing down Bredehoft as she questioned her client, shaking her head and rolling her eyes. Vasquez raised numerous successful objections, preventing Bredehoft from establishing facts that would benefit her client. Vasquez occasionally buzzed in before Bredehoft had finished her question.
Your nose.
Objection, leading,
Sustained.
foundation, hearsay.
What if anything? It's not the cure-all. It's sustained.
Judge Penny Askren told Bredehoft to rephrase her question after one sustained objection. After a pause, Bredehoft huffed, I'm trying.
I'm trying.
Vasquez's performance attempted to mitigate the impact of Heard's testimony while diverting attention away from some of the most damaging physical evidence against Depp, including threatening text messages and serious allegations of abuse and assault made under oath by Heard. She further attacked Heard's credibility during her cross-examination. Vasquez, among other things, presented photo after photo of an unscathed Heard taken in the aftermath of the actor's abuse allegations, and reiterated that Heard broke promises to give away her divorce settlement from Depp.
Sitting here today, you have not donated the $7 million, donated, not pledged, donated the $7 million divorce settlement to charity.
I use pledge and donation synonymous with one another.
But I
the same
don't.
thing.
Ms. Heard, I don't use it synonymously.
That's how donations are paid.
Ms. Heard, respectfully, that's not my question.
Following 3 days of deliberation by the jury, Johnny Depp emerged victorious in his defamation case against ex-wife Amber Heard, giving Heard a partial victory in her countersuit. Depp sued Heard for $50 million after she implied in a 2018 Washington Post op-ed that he abused her. Even though she did not name him, he claims her allegations affected his ability to work. She filed a $100 million counterclaim. The jury determined that Heard defamed Depp on all 3 counts and awarded him $10 million in compensatory and $5 million in punitive damages, capped at $350,000. Heard received $2 million in compensatory damages, but no punitive damages. On Wednesday, the humbled actor thanked the jury for giving him his life back and said that a new chapter was beginning for him after 6 years. The actor, who is currently on a UK tour with Jeff Beck, told fans he was still in shock. Heard expressed disappointment beyond words and heartbreak in a statement calling the verdict a setback for women. She has decided to appeal the verdict and is unable to pay the damages. She claimed that Heard's side was allowed to tell the jury about the UK judgment, which skewed the damages. There are no injuries. On November 2nd, 2020, it came to an end when the UK judgment was handed down. Depp was awarded $10 million compensatory damages and $5 million in punitive damages by a Virginia jury. However, Judge Penny Askren quickly reduced the punitive damages to the allowed maximum of $350,000. When asked if Heard could afford the nearly $10.4 million, Bredehoff replied, "Oh no, certainly not." The jury also awarded Heard $2 million in damages for one of Depp's attorney's claims that she and her friends staged one of the couple's arguments at their downtown Los Angeles penthouse, and that the actress's allegations were a hoax. According to Bredehoff, one of the first things Heard said after the verdict was, "I am so sorry to all those women out there. This is a setback for all women in and out of the courtroom, and she bears the burden. Really, what happened here is a tale of two trials," she added. They were not permitted to tell the jury that the UK court found that Mr. Depp had committed at least 12 acts of domestic violence, including sexual violence against Amber. So what did Depp's crew take away from this? Amber should be condemned and the evidence should be suppressed. We had a massive amount of evidence suppressed in this case, which was in the UK case. According to her, Depp's team was able to suppress the medical records, which were very, very significant because they showed a pattern, going all the way back to 2012, of Amber reporting this to her therapist, for example.
We had text messages from Mr. Depp's assistant saying, "When I told him that he had kicked you, he cried."
So how is she today?
Bredehoff also speculated that jurors who were instructed not to look at media coverage of the trial were likely aware of what was going on social media, where sentiment was overwhelmingly in favor of Depp.
I have to believe that the jury, even though they're told not to go and look at anything, they have weekends, they have families, they have social media.
They were not sequestered. They were not sequestered.
And the 10-day period we had, how could they not have been influenced?
It was extremely lopsided. The way they view the entire case is reminiscent of the Roman Colosseum. Bredehoff also stated her opposition to cameras in the courtroom, which she claimed made the trial a zoo. Bredehoff believes the jury's verdict for Depp sends a horrible message, because that is exactly what it means. It is a significant setback. You won't be believed unless you take out your phone and record your spouse or significant other beating you. Let us look at what Heard had to comment on. In the $50 million defamation trial against her over a 2018 Washington Post op-ed on domestic violence, Amber Heard appears to have the final say. A frequently tearful Heard testified that the dirty laundry airing trial was torture, despite being relentlessly attacked on social media before and during the trial, and claiming her career had been hampered. Heard testified in early May last week, said on May 16th, "I want to move on. I want Johnny to move on." When Deadline contacted Heard's representatives, they had no comment about their client testifying again. As Depp demonstrated earlier this week, those who may or may not take the stand can change. The defense planned to call Depp after testimony in late April, as Deadline revealed on May 21st, but Heard's clock-watching legal team shifted priorities. Finally, Johnny Depp's legal team called their frequently glib and giggling client back on the stand today. The Pirates of the Caribbean actor was preceded by ex-girlfriend and supermodel Kate Moss, who appeared via video link from the United Kingdom. "I have never committed sexual battery or physical abuse in my life," Depp told a Virginia jury, and Judge Penny Askren on Wednesday. "All these outlandish, outrageous stories of me committing these things and living with it for 6 years and waiting to be able to bring the truth out," he said of Heard's claims of physical, psychological, verbal, and sexual abuse during the couple's relationship. "Whatever happens, I got here and I told the truth," Depp added, "and I've spoken up for what I've been carrying on my back for 6 years," he continued, referring to the couple's tainted divorce due to a temporary restraining order. In March 2019, Depp sued Heard over a late 2018 Washington Post op-ed she wrote about becoming a public figure representing domestic abuse. Though Depp was not mentioned by name in the op-ed, the previous Oscar nominee claimed it devastated his already fading career. Depp also claimed that he was the victim of abuse in the relationship. After failing to have the case dismissed or moved out of Virginia, Heard countersued for $100 million in 2020. Unfortunately, that countersuit was filed months before Depp's UK libel case against the Sun tabloid for calling him a wife-beater failed in November 2020. Whoever the jury decides to convict will appeal in what has become a no-holds-barred situation far removed from its First Amendment roots. So what do you think of Camille's rising stardom? Let us know in the comments down below. Make sure to like and subscribe to keep up with the latest updates.